In this video, we examine the ways in which a narcissist can abuse you through their physical or perceived presence. Narcissists are often arrogant and self-centered. They have little thought or regard for how their actions impact other people. They can be verbally and physically abusive, manipulative, and controlling. But what if you couldn't see the abuse? What if abuse was hidden, yet constant? What if their abuse is disguised as a mere presence, even if you do not even know they entered the room? Let's take a closer look. Narcissists have a way of affecting your emotions and mood negatively, just by being in the same room as you. They don't even have to say or do anything. Their mere presence can trigger feelings of insecurity, self-doubt, fear, and anxiety. However, you don't even need to know they entered the room or house, or that they are standing right behind you in a shopping center to be triggered. Being deeply affected by the presence of a narcissist is known as conditioned fear response. This is a learned behavior that occurs when a person associates a specific stimulus, such as the narcissist, with a traumatic or negative experience. Conditioned fear response is a type of learning that is thought to occur through classical conditioning, in which a neutral stimulus becomes linked with a negative event, leading to a fear response when the neutral stimulus is encountered. As a result, even the anticipation of a narcissist's presence, such as hearing their car pull up or noticing it is time for them to return home, can trigger physical symptoms such as increased heart rate, sweating, muscle tension, difficulty breathing, and an inability to think, as well as emotional symptoms such as an overwhelming sense of dread and doom, panic attack, or feelings of depression, worthlessness, and unmotivation. Examples of these associated cues that can trigger a fear response can be the narcissist's smell, voice, walking style, breathing pattern, or other behaviors that can become associated with fear, danger, and trauma. The conditioned fear response can be particularly difficult to manage because it can be triggered by a wide range of cues that may not be obvious or easy to avoid. For example, you might experience a fear response when you see someone who reminds you of a narcissist, or when you are in an environment similar to where the abuse occurred, or when you smell something similar to the narcissist's cologne, or when someone is wearing clothing that the narcissist wore during an abusive incident. If there are repeated abusive incidents, even if they are only verbal, multiple things can be linked to the trauma and abuse. In many instances, your body relives the emotions you experienced during the abuse, making you feel as if you are currently experiencing the same event. This can make it difficult to differentiate between the past, present, and future. If a memory of a past abusive event is triggered, your mind may perceive it as if the abuse is happening in the present moment. This is how the presence of a narcissist, even without any physical abuse, can trigger a conditioned fear response, making you feel as if you are being abused again. However, even if you are not consciously aware of a narcissist's presence, your conditioned fear response can still be triggered. Our unconscious mind is able to pick up on cues that our conscious mind may not be aware of, and it can alert us to potential danger. It is possible that your conscious mind picked up a subtle change in lighting, a brief glimpse of a narcissist or their shadow, their breathing, even if it's soft, their footsteps, even if they are on a carpet, a glimpse of their car in the parking lot, or them being in another aisle. Your unconscious mind then alerts you to danger, which can trigger your conditioned fear response even before you are consciously aware of their presence. This means that you may already be experiencing the effects of a fear response before you realize that the narcissist is near or behind you, which can make the conscious realization of their presence even worse. However, the abuse does not stop at the conditioned fear response. You may also experience the sensation or feeling of a narcissist's presence in a room or close to you, even if they are not physically present. This is known as a sense of presence phenomenon. The cause of this phenomenon is not yet fully understood, but there are several theories. One theory is that it is a form of sensory perception that is not yet understood by science. Another explanation is that it could be a psychological phenomenon where the brain interprets certain cues, such as changes in light or temperature, as a presence of another person. Studies suggest that this sensation could be related to the release of certain chemicals in the brain, such as dopamine, which are known to be involved in the sense of reward and motivation. It is also possible that this sensation could be a form of intuition, where people unconsciously pick up on subtle cues and clues that signals the presence of another person. For example, subtle changes in the air pressure or vibrations in the room could be unconsciously perceived and interpreted as the presence of another person, even though they are not physically present. Even though the sense of presence phenomenon is not yet fully understood and more research is needed, its impact on you can be significant. It may make you feel as if a narcissist is constantly stalking you, and it can trigger conditioned fear responses, causing fear, anxiety, panic attacks, feelings of insecurity, self-doubt, inadequacy, and low self-esteem. You may also relive the emotions of a traumatic event without the narcissist needing to be present. This can make you feel constantly on edge, and your mood may become negative. If there were violent incidents in the past, or if you fear that the narcissist may become violent in the future, a conditioned fear response can leave you paralyzed and unable to think or respond, or cause you to react irrationally as you try to escape the current environment, even if there is no one near you. It may also make you believe that you are hallucinating or becoming delusional, as you may feel like the narcissist is always in your shadows, but you just cannot see them. Conditioned fear response and sense of presence can become a chronic problem that can affect your daily life, leading to feelings of constant anxiety or even constant panic attacks. Your subconscious is constantly ringing the alarm of danger, while your conscious mind sees nothing. This can be very taxing on your mind and body, leaving you feeling exhausted. Being in constant heightened state of alertness or anxiety can also make it difficult to engage in daily activities or even to leave a house, as you may feel like you are in constant danger. It can also affect your physical and mental health, leading to problems such as sleep disturbances and depression. It can also have a negative impact on relationships and social interactions, as you may start to avoid certain situations or individuals that trigger the fear response. If you do not know what triggers you, or even what is happening to you, you may avoid all social interactions or even fear leaving your own bedroom. It is important to recognize that there is hope for recovery and that this type of fear response is not uncommon among survivors of abuse. You are not crazy or losing your mind. Seeking professional help is important in addressing and managing these feelings. Counseling or therapy can be beneficial in this process. Cognitive behavior therapy, CBT, is an effective treatment for addressing conditioned fear response. It can help you to understand the fear response and to learn new ways of coping with it. However, if professional help is not currently accessible to you, learning more about conditioned fear response and sense of presence and how it affects you can help you understand your reactions and emotions better and help you manage your reactions. What's a video suggested to you now to learn more about how narcissists use gifts to manipulate and abuse you?